Let me ask you a question. When is Black Friday? Most people would say November, and that's the problem. There needs to be a mindset switch. We need to think big and act even bigger. Because what if I told you that Black Friday actually starts all the way from July? It's not just a week or a weekend, it's 6 months worth of micro execution that almost guarantees success. At Webprofits, we follow a 5-phase playbook that extracts a significant portion of our clients' revenue in Q4. I'll walk you through that approach shortly, but first, have you ever heard of the term Q5 before? It's an interesting one, but we believe that the year doesn't end until February of next year. And that's because there's still so much opportunity to sell during the holiday period that the strategy can't just be about Q4. It needs a holistic system that leaves no stone left unturned. The first phase is laying the groundwork of foundation, which we commence all the way back in July. So this is where we do 6 months worth of planning, crunching numbers, doing projections, and actually setting the goals that we want to achieve throughout the Q4 and Q5 period. We'll model out new customer revenue as opposed to existing customer revenue, as set the base for CPAs and AOV so we know exactly how much to spend to produce the results that we want. We'll have a look at last year's Black Friday, iterate on what worked and kill what didn't. The foundations phase will set up the rest for success, so we never take it lightly and never underestimate the power of forecasting. We reverse engineer data that would ensure we hit the Q4 targets, and that's one of the keys to actually being able to be successful during the Black Friday and Cyber Monday period. Moving on to phase 2, which is August to September. This is what we call ramp up. So the key to Black Friday is list building. We need to acquire hundreds to thousands of new customers via the front end in order to actually maximize the back end sales, right? So we've put together tailored strategies for list building with the objective of actually getting them to buy again and again during Black Friday. And I'll touch on this more later, but basically we list build everywhere. Ads, organic pop-ups, Instagram bio, everything, literally on every single available channel, because prospects can come from online pockets that are untapped and we need lots of them. So this audience will be guided through the meticulous funnel until November. And during ramp up, we'll pre-test offers that's being canned out during phase 1, right? Because Q4 is not the time to try new things. Ramp up is all about proof of concept and validation. So come Black Friday, the guns are loaded and we're ready to fire. So think of this as a rehearsal for the main show. You practice, get a reaction, and adapt. It's all about being methodical. If something goes wrong, this is the time for it to go wrong because we've got headway to be agile. Phase 3 is hype and tease. This is where it gets fun. Typically, we start this phase from November or at the start of November or 3 weeks out from the actual Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend. And at this stage, we've built the list, we validated the offers, and now it's all about temperature management and hype building. Think of it as like an invitation to a party we're having. You're periodically sending out psychological triggers that excite people, which is exactly what you want. We're building tree, FOMO, urgency during this period, but still offer them the chance to enter the exclusive VIP list because that is what we want them to do. We'll send out emails, SMS, and launch ads on all channels. And hype during this period significantly increases conversion rate during launch, so we'll always put quite a big focus on this phase. And then moving on to phase 4, which is the long-awaited launch, the notorious Black Friday, Cyber Monday week. But if you've done all the previous steps correctly, the work has already been prepared at this stage. And now it's simply time for implementation and looking at data very closely every single day. The key to the Black Friday, Cyber Monday week is launching 4 to 6 different offers. One of them being the flagship main offer, and the rest being incrementally released as flash deals on specific segments or specific products or product lines. We see massive peaks during flash sales. Urgency is key here. So these are only active for a couple of hours and we endorse first come, first serve. Everything is being activated here. We're pumping out a bunch of emails, SMS, launching new ads on Meta, Google Ads, ad copy takeover every day. And the invitees have basically arrived. The party's underway and we need to capture and keep the attention. We activate everything everywhere. And during this time, all hands are on deck, right? Looking and reporting daily on numbers, ensuring we're on track and moving faster. If we're not, our eyes and hands are glued to desk, ready for a pivot if we need it. When the week is over, we'll do a retrospective overhaul of how everything went. We look at the numbers, we reflect and we document. But most of the time we've either hit or have come very close to the forecasted results. So it's a very rewarding period. After Black Friday though, the job isn't done. And that's where Q5 comes in, like I mentioned before. Phase 5 is Santa prep, which is post-November. There is always going to be a dip in sales post Black Friday, and that's just the way the market flows. People have spent a lot of cash, so they're looking for deals, and this is the opportunity to clear out leftover stock too. We utilize the endowment effect, which is a behavioral science principle Webprofits uses a lot, but people would have gotten gift cards or discounts that they can use during this period, so we have to allow them. There is also an opportunity for us to repurpose winners at a small scale while offering them something new simultaneously. So give them something that they haven't seen yet, something exciting, whether it be through the form of new bundles or new products or even product configuration. But rinse and repeat the 5 phases, always ramp up, always hype up before launching. We do this all the way up until Valentine's Day next year. Let's do a bit of a recap. Phase 1 is foundations, define goals, reverse engineer the most important metric, brainstorm and plan the money generating offers. In phase 2, ramp up, pre-test those offers to find a winner and begin the list building. Phase 3 is hype and tease. We want to get the news out, launch the VIP list building, hype the living hell out of it through any means necessary. And then phase 4 is lift off. Open the floodgates and watch the numbers. Keep a pulse on all activities and be ready for a pivot. Kill what isn't working and scale what is throughout the weekend. And that's how you can ensure a successful Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend. But then phase 5 is the Santa prep for Q5. All right, sell out stock, offer something new, repurpose a winner, foot on the pedal until you can't anymore. That was a lot, but look, we do this every single year for our clients at Webprofits, and we've made millions in revenue using this playbook. If you're interested to learn more, let's have a conversation, because if you're only learning about this now, you're already late for Black Friday.